I'm Dr. John, and this is your Maintenance Minute. Look, we're going to talk about the foundational, basic, effective elements of a great storeroom. This is where it all starts. There's 7 items I want to talk about. The last 4 are actually processes, but let's start with the first one. When we're building storerooms, we have to agree on what the storeroom is. What is the jurisdiction of the storeroom? What is the space? Is it this square footage over here? Is it that area up on top of the mezzanine? Is it a satellite storeroom or off-site location? Is it a vending machine? When I say storeroom, what are we talking about? Geographically, we need to map out where the storeroom is. Then we need a physical organization. That's actually the person in charge, or the people that work in the storeroom. We need somebody, at least one person, to be in charge of the storeroom. That's a physical organization. That person wears lots of hats. Hopefully you have a staff, or we can get people engaged in the storeroom, but I need space and I need someone in charge of the storeroom. The next thing is security. In what way do we protect the inventory? I can only guarantee the accuracy of the inventory up until the point that I can actually guarantee the inventory, the security of it, if you will. So I need space, physical organization, and I need security. As I mentioned, the last 4 are actually processes. So let's say we have an empty space, it's got a fence or a wall around it, and I've got somebody in charge. What do we put in the storeroom? We have to have a process by which we put items in the storeroom. That's called new item setup. We need to, or add to stock, you might call it. But what's our process for getting things into the storeroom? There should be a process, it should be written down, and it should be followed. Obviously, we only want to put things in the storeroom that appear on an assets bill of material. Secondly, what's our ordering process? How do we, now that we've got a list of parts that we need to stock in the storeroom, how do we actually order them? There's a process for that. We create a process. We use a process where we have discipline to the process. Then how do we receive items in? What is the process for that? Reconciling the PO against the bill of lading. How do we do that? What's that process? And lastly is issuing. How do we issue the parts out? We've identified parts we need to store in the stock in the storeroom. We've ordered those parts. We've received those parts, put them on the shelf. Now people come up to the storeroom or through a pick list from the planner. Here's the parts that I need. Here's the rule. No part, no kit is issued out of the storeroom unless you have a work order for it. These are the 7 foundational, effective elements that you need before you can even start thinking about all the awesomeness that a storeroom can deliver. You got to get these 7 right. I'm Dr. John, and this has been your Maintenance Minute.